Good morning, ninth grade. How are you? I'm teacher Nariman, and our lesson for today will be relative clauses from Unit 6 Grammar News. Do you know what do we mean by relative clauses? Do you know what are the relative pronouns or adverbs? Where to use them and how? Let's figure out. But first of all, I want from you to fill in this chart, the KWHL chart. You know this chart, you can start filling in the first column. What do you know about our lesson, relative clauses? The second column, what do you want to know about relative clauses? Write please what do you want to know, to learn from our lesson, okay? Fill the third one, please. How do you find, if you have any information about the relative clauses, from where you get them? And leave the fourth one. What have you learned about relative clauses till the end of our lesson? Please fill it in and let's go further. Relative clause. It is a part of a sentence which begins with a relative pronoun or an adverb. For example, who, which, that, whose, when, why, and where, and tell us which person or thing the speaker means. It is a dependent clause. It has a subject and a verb, but it can stand alone as a sentence. Relative clauses are two parts, defining relative clauses and non-defining relative clauses. The defining relative clauses give necessary information to the meaning. We can understand the meaning without the clause, the relative clause. That is the girl. Who is the girl? Who lives next door. While non-defining relative clause give extra information not necessary to the meaning. You can understand the whole sentence. For example, William Shakespeare, who lives in the 16th century, wrote many fine plays. We can understand the meaning if we omit or delete this part, who lives in the 16th century. William Shakespeare wrote many fine plays. We have a meaning, but the non-defining relative clause, it gives us extra information about the noun. Here it's the subject. The noun here, William Shakespeare. To form a relative clauses, we need main important things, which are the relative pronouns and relative adverbs. What are the relative pronouns and adverbs? Who, which, whose, we have also that, when, where, and why. We use who for people. That is the girl who lives next door. Which, we use it for things. Whose, we use it for possession. We use it instead of the possessive pronouns. When, we use it for time. Where, we use it for place, as you can see. Why, we use it for reason. Yes, I want from you to memorize the uses for each pronoun or adverb. Okay? Keep it in mind, please. Now, relative pronouns. Let's start with who and that to refer to people. It's the same meaning, who or that, in the defining relative clause. We have the same meaning for them. Let's see. Why do you use relative pronouns? To join two sentences to make one complex, meaningful sentence. We have two sentences. Those people live next door. Full stop. The second sentence. They have 16 children. Oh my God. Okay, we have two different sentences. We are going to join them to make one sentence. We use a relative pronoun. The people who or that live next door have 16 children, with a full stop, with one sentence. The second sentence has the same meaning of the previous two sentences, but we join them, we combine them with one complex, sweet sentence, as you can see. So we use who or that to describe or talk about people. Here we describe the noun, which is the subject. As you can see, the subject of the sentence. Now, which or that refer to things or animals. Let's see, what do we have? A turtle is an animal. So I'll stop the second sentence. It lives in the sea. We have two meaningful sentences, but we are going to join them in a meaningful sentence as the following. A turtle is an animal which or that lives in the sea. A turtle is an animal which or that lives in the sea. Number 3, whose. Instead of possessive adjectives for people, for things or animal, for everything, for possessive. Okay? Now, this is Mark. Full stop. His sister is a famous author. This is Mark, whose sister is a famous author. As you can see, we replace it instead of the possessive adjective here, instead of his. That's it for the relative pronouns for today. I want from you to rewatch the video again, to revise the relative pronouns, when to use them, and the sentences that we gave through the video, and do exercise number 2 from page number 64 as a homework. Okay, do please exercise 2, page number 64 as a homework, please, and text me the homework. Okay, see you.